Well, I've learned the hard way to have as few expectations as possible. And if I have any expectations, they should be low expectations. But honestly, I walked into Craigslist out of a sense of commitment. I needed to follow through with which I had already committed. And so I really had no idea what to expect. I figured, though, I was a pretty good programmer, and if I screwed up, I still had a good career waiting for me. I'm a pretty good customer service rep, and it's a perpetual sign of commitment to the community, of engaging with it each and every day, and I mean that literally. I'm not CEO because, frankly, in 2000, people helped me understand how much, as a manager, I suck. On the other hand, at that point, I had hired Jim Buckmaster, who has proven to be a much better manager than I am. I'm probably not detailed enough to be a really good manager. I probably could know how to listen better. I probably would have to be tougher to be a manager. Somehow, also in terms of my personal expanded mission, being a customer service rep is much better because that means I'm always engaged with people, and that habit extends now well beyond customer service at Craigslist. Now I'm in touch with a lot of the mood of the American public, and a lot of it in Washington, particularly government workers, and from them I learn a lot of different things than I see in the news. People expect, well, the company in a community site to get out of the way, because in a genuine community site, the site is about us, the community, not them, the people who run it. And that remark I'm actually taking from Dave Weinberger. That's how he characterized Craigslist. He pointed out that our site is about the people who use it. It's not about the people who run it. The principle there being knowing when to get out of the way. This is one of my personal superpowers, knowing when to get out of the way, which is also related to a superpower, knowing when to stop talking. It was an acquired power. The first memory of its importance was when I read about the reason for naming the Pascal language after the philosopher who had written a letter asking forgiveness for the length of the letter because he didn't have the time to make it shorter. I'm told he got that idea from someone else. I don't care. That led me to think, and the problem is that sometimes we all go on and on. I mean, I do like the sound of my own voice sometimes too much. But knowing when to stop, that's a great mercy. Remember that we're driven by our community. We have a really good culture of trust because of continuous engagement. We're getting about 50 million people using the site each month, and the feedback is overwhelmingly that we should keep doing what we do, and that feels pretty good. Now, there is an urban legend, urban mythology about our effect on the classifieds, and it's the publishers who say that they have much bigger problems than Craigslist. The biggest problem seems to be loss of circulation resulting from loss of trust, which results, I feel, from the abandonment of traditional journalistic ethics, like fact-checking and well, the editorial and then advertising departments used to maintain a firewall between them so that advertisers' interests wouldn't influence what was reported. Well, it's sometimes hard to maintain that firewall, but it's necessary for news organizations to survive. There's nothing to it. A couch potato is just someone who likes TV a little too much. That includes me. I'm very excited about the series finale of Lost, and I was very sad to see that some people died, but I won't say who just in case I'm disclosing a spoiler even to you. But I do like TV. On the other hand, though, I'm committed to my community, and that comes first. I don't have a lot of advice to give. One thing is have a good lawyer and listen to him, which may help one avoid certain stupid mistakes that I made. Bigger lessons, remember your values, remember some fairly universal values, like the idea that you want to treat people like you want to be treated. Another big value is to, now and then, give the other person a break, or as people used to say, sometimes you are your brother's or sister's keeper. Beyond that, I'd like to share those superpowers with other people I mentioned. Again, have something to say, and then stop talking.
Thank you so very much.
I'll stop talking now.
Nice finale.